So when did you decide to become a doctor and why?
I decided to apply to medical school after undergraduate school. By that time, I understood that all my experiences helped me develop a clear idea that I wanted to apply to medical school. I wanted to help my community, I wanted to help my relatives, I wanted to um, help myself. I understood it would be very difficult and hard to go through the process. In some ways, I'm really glad I didn't realize how hard it would be, just because it it was sort of fun in a way to go through. This is hard stuff, but at the same time, going through medical school with all my friends in medical school, it was a lot of fun. I think going through something really hard with other students that find it just as hard is fun, is challenging, new, the experiences, the knowledge, the work that all of these professors give to you to challenge you to really grasp, understand, and use. I think going through medical school was really exciting. My parents didn't go through medical school. We were from the reservation. There were not that many Indian doctors, so it was hard to find a mentor that was native that could tell you exactly what they felt from a native perspective. I do appreciate other doctors who worked on the reservation and talked with them, but not making a connection because they didn't come from a reservation was one aspect I saw. But I think as a physician, helping people really helped me, I don't know, inside start to have my fire burn harder, brighter, and stronger. I couldn't see myself do anything else which I would be happy with. I sustained my interest by participating in programs that helped me work in the hospital. In high school, I worked through the radiology department. I worked through the pharmacy and saw friends and relatives in my community get help. I also was a part of a program called Commissioned Officers Externship Program, and I was a second lieutenant in the Public Health Service. I think being a part of those programs allowed me to understand what some of the benefits are from being a physician. I had to apply for scholarships. My parents were in their 60s when I was in medical school, and I had to declare myself financially independent from them because the reality was living on the reservation, there's a lot of poverty. Coming from Shiprock and growing up on a farm, we were rich with living on a farm, having cattle and sheep with a family herd. We could sustain ourselves. But as far as money being made to help our family, my mother and father did the best they could. I know that I had some cattle, and I remember taking them to market to sell because I needed to pay for my education. I know we would sell apples, and some of that money my mom would give me. Um, I remember picking a whole truckload of aluminum cans and picking up beer bottles to take into the recycling to make money. Um, I just remember those things and how difficult it was to pay for school. I did take a loan. In the big picture, knowing I was going to become a physician, I remember talking to some doctors and they said, Kevin, don't worry about taking loans because as your physician, you'll pay them back. It's not a big deal. When I went to medical school, it was not that expensive, and I was very grateful. And coming out with a low debt burden, again, I was very thankful. So that's how I was able to finance my education, was through loans.